Coach, this past weekend opened up conference play against Oklahoma Christian and Cameron. Came away with 4 wins. What was your biggest takeaways from your team this past weekend?
Well, what a great weekend it was. To have those two teams come and play 4 games. We kind of talked about it as a staff. If we could have gotten 3 out of 4, we'd have felt really good about the weekend. And to sweep both of those doubleheaders was huge. Anytime you can beat Grace Anderson and Jill Dixon on the same day, that's a good day. Because those 2 kids can pitch. They've been doing it in the Lone Star for a few years now. So, very proud of our pitching staff and our defense again. We were phenomenal in the circle. Defense, I think we turned 4 or 5 double plays this weekend, which, it's not easy to do in softball. So, just very good performances up and down. It was truly a team effort. We used a couple of different lineups throughout the weekend and gave gave young ladies opportunities and had some good performances and then really had some huge performances out of the kids at the top.
You basically touched on my next question. This past weekend you won low-scoring games, you won some high-scoring games, you hit a bunch of 2 or 3 run home runs to blow the game open, including a mercy rule win. You also threw a combined no-hitter. So what does all this say about your team's constant ability to adapt and win games in multiple ways?
Well, I think it starts with maturity. We just have an older group. We've got 10 seniors, and they handle themselves the right way, and they've prepared well, and they're not showing up to the field and taking teams lightly, and that's something that any coach can appreciate when that does happen, because when you are on a roll and you are doing well, sometimes it can get easy to show up and just kind of go through the motions. Next thing you know, you're in trouble. But we have shown up. We've had really good first couple of innings of nearly every game. We've scored early in the game and put pressure on the other teams, and and then when you got Cheyenne Floyd in the circle and Amelia Hathorn doing what they've been doing, it's a luxury to go out there and know that if we can get an early lead, then it's going to be tough for them to come back. But I'm just proud of the way we've prepared and the maturity that our team has shown.
And just looking ahead, what can we expect in your first true road series this week, starting with Texas Women's?
Well, a huge test this weekend, no doubt. Texas Women's is a much better team. They're 7-1 right now. They looked really good in Conroe at the beginning of the year. Got to watch them. They looked really good. I think they went 4-0 that weekend, had a huge win over Mesa. So a team that, they brought in a couple of transfers that have helped them. They struggled just a little bit offensively this past weekend, but they'll be at home. It'll be their home opener. And again, it's our first true road test. We'll be on dirt for the first time this year. So, that's a little bit of a concern as well. But, we're going to deal with some weather, probably moving the schedule to Saturday, Monday, Saturday at Texas Women's and Monday at UT Tyler. But that should be coming out pretty soon, I would think, because Friday is going to be miserable. But and then, of course, we go to UT Tyler, #1 team in the country, who looks really good. They've lost a bunch of players, but they added a bunch of big pieces to their roster. Undefeated right now, and they're pitching the heck out of it as well. So going to be a really big matchup there at their place. Hopefully we can find a way to get one. It's always tough to win at Tyler. It's tough to beat them anywhere, but especially at home. But we had a chance to beat them in game 1 last year, and had the bases loaded 3 times and didn't score any of those 3 times. So hopefully we can find ourselves in that situation again with runners out there in scoring position, because I have a feeling this group's going to find a way to get it done. And but then the last 2 games we played terrible there, so we'll see. It was ugly the last 2 games there. So hopefully it's a doubleheader. Hopefully we can go out and continue to do what we do best. We're going to have to continue to play great defense and get pitching, because they're the Primrose kid and the other transfer, Sierra, and then Kaylee Davis has pitched well against us over the years. So they've got 3 big arms that they trust, and it's going to be a huge matchup. Of course, we're ranked in the top 7, possibly moving up this weekend. I'm not sure what everybody else has done, and they're going to remain the #1 team in the country. So it'll be a big matchup. First and foremost, we got to make sure that we focus on Texas Women's.
Coach, through your first 14 games, you have a pitching staff ERA of .99. What is that?
Pretty good.
Exactly. What do you think that says about not only just the ability of the women in the circle, but also just for you as a coach, being able to knowing that you can lean on them when times get tough?
Well, I think we lead the conference in defense as well. I think we've only made 7 errors all year long too, so that obviously helps the pitching staff out. And then you throw on top of that somebody who hadn't gotten near enough credit, and I haven't talked about her enough, is Abby Brand behind the plate. She's only allowed 2 stolen bases and has thrown out 5, so 7 total bases attempted, and she's thrown out 5 of them. So that's huge. You know, when you're not making mistakes when the ball's put in play, and then when they do try to steal on you, they get thrown out. That makes it tough to score. You know, when you got kids who can pitch, and you know. Teams feed off of errors and try to, you know, take advantage. I mean, we've stolen, I don't know, 30-something bases maybe. We try to take advantage of that fact so that when other teams can't do it against us, that makes it hard to score. And, you know, like I said, I'm just proud. You know, Keely Garcia was one of the best catchers we've ever had, and Abby had huge shoes to fill, and man, what a great job she's doing back there behind the plate. She's not getting the offensive production that she wants, that I want out of her right now. Did have a big hit the other day, but defensively, man, she's been phenomenal. And you know, don't take this literal. If she doesn't get another hit the rest of the year, that's okay. You just keep doing what you're doing behind the plate. Not really, Abby. Hit the ball.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all.